This is what you get whenever you take strawberries and mulberries and gummy berries and blend them up with an immersion blender and add about 2 packets of gelatin for every 3 cups of fruit pulp, and then put them in your food dehydrator for about 5.5 hours. Well, pardon me. Now the mulberries and strawberries are starting to give out, but that's okay. We still have fruit coming in. As a matter of fact, it looks like we're going to have fruit, fresh fruit, pretty much all the way through summer. Right now, we've got blackberries coming on. That one's not quite ripe yet, but those are ripening. There's one over here. This one's ripe. As they ripen up, they begin to look like this. But if we're running out of strawberries, what am I going to do for fruit to mix my berries with? Of course I have an answer. Follow me. Would you have a look right over there? Are those plums ripening up on that plum tree? Okay, real quick before I get into the plums. That's a mullein back there, getting ready to put on its flowers. That, with all those fuzzy flowers, that's an Allegheny chinkapin. Those are kind of like a chestnut, but they only grow to be maybe 10-15 feet tops. Of course, strawberries underneath that. I need to go check for more fresh fruit, but they are starting to give out because these are June everbearing over here, and they already gave us a really big flush of berries. We made a bunch of fruit snacks out of those. So if you've got plums, or if there are plums in your neighborhood, if you went out and looked for them while they were blooming early in the spring, so you know where the wild ones are, you should be aware that between May through July, they're going to start to ripen. And the way you'll be able to tell, of course, is they'll change color. And if you reach up here and press your fingers into them and the flesh yields just a tiny little bit, that would be an indication that your fruit is ready to come off. And you just go a little twist, it comes away, you've got yourself a nice fresh plum. So have a look out there in the fields and the forests. If you saw flowers and they weren't Bradford pear, they may be coming ripe right about now. Now they're not all coming ripe, obviously some are coming ripe and some had issues that caused them to fall off the tree or suffer earlier. But this is the first year this particular plum tree is born fruit. Tomatoes, they're not all ripe at the same time. But at this point you can pick them. Another thing that indicates that your plums may be approaching ripeness is this bloom of yeast on the outside. That yeast is only there because there are sugars being secreted by the fruit, indicating, of course, that the starches inside have begun to convert to sugars, a sign of ripening. So there you go. Tenderness, reddish color, if they're a reddish colored plum. Not all of them ripen to red, some of them ripen to yellow. I think there are some that ripen to a dark, rich purple or black as well. These guys ripen to red. But that bloom of yeast on the outside is a really good indicator to you that they're producing sugars, and that's ripeness. And of course, tenderness, they have a little soft springiness to them. They're not mushy, obviously, at this point, but that's a good indicator. You're ready to pick. Down here, we've got, it looks like a bird picked this one, and some ants are coming up to visit it. Yep. Well, we'll wash it up, get the bugs off, and it'll preserve just fine. Oh my goodness. I'll get those on the way back. I found a couple more. Pardon me. All right, let's see. Yeah, not ripe yet. Not ripe yet. There's a good one. All right. we've got plums. Let's see. This one I think is good, yeah. It's tender. Let's go ahead and pull it off. It's a small one. What's this down here? Oh yeah. Let's see. I think this one's good. I think this one's good. That. Hello, ladybug. How are you doing? If you look here, you can see a ladybug. There are more ladybugs. And of course, ants. Lots and lots of ants. There's one on that leaf there. And the reason the ladybugs and the ants are here are the exact same reason. They are here for the aphids. Now there are aphids on this tree. I'm going to go ahead and let nature run its course. That means we're going to have lots and lots of ladybugs doing ladybug things, ants doing ant things, aphids doing aphid things, and plum trees doing plum tree things like making delicious plums. Can you see them through that gap over there? Jason, you do not use any synthetic fertilizer. Nope. You don't use anything to control mold or mildew. Nope. You don't use any pesticide. Nope. You just let the ducks do ducky things. Let the aphids do aphid things, the ants do ant things, the ladybugs do ladybug things, and you, being the human, gets to pick and eat these fruit. I think that's a good trade-off. All right. And if I look over here, I've got just hundreds and hundreds of flowers on our jujube trees. Of course, those will be fruit that we get to harvest as winter approaches. Right now, I have my hands full. Okay, now I've had to wait just a little bit for the space in the dehydrator because what I've got going on here, which is pretty much done, is one whole watermelon. Yep, that's one whole watermelon dehydrated. We're just finishing it off. Give me a moment. Okay, now here are our plum halves. We went ahead and washed them, halved them, pitted them, and we're going to go ahead and put them in the dehydrator. It looks like about 15 to 16 plums per tray. Those are 1 foot by 1 foot trays. On the bottom here I have daylily flower that I'm dehydrating for an entirely different project. I need to find out what the dried weight per flower of these is, because there is nutritional value for the flowers, but it's based upon dried weight, and I haven't calculated how many flowers that is per 100 grams. I'm going to do that and have that available, or sorry, let me back that up. I'm going to go ahead and provide that information in a future video along with, daylilies. So anyway, let's go ahead and get these guys going. Let's go ahead and go to 145 degrees for the first, let's say, 6 hours or so, and we'll see how that turns out. Yay! Okay, dokie. So, after somewhere between 10 to 12 hours or so, and a couple of snacks along the way, we've got our plums. Oh, that's pretty good. Dehydrated, and I've dusted them with a little bit of sugar because, as it turns out, they're quite tart whenever they get dehydrated, and they don't need any additional vitamin C. Pardon me. I need to put these away, or I'm going to eat them all now instead of saving for winter like I ought to. I can't wait to see how the peaches are going to turn out.